Hi ladies, what's up? So I wanted to go live, but I'm still blocked from going live, and I'm like, did not blend my makeup well. That looks awful. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about tonight, like I've been trying to pop in here and discuss with you all a little bit about some like commonly asked questions that I think that you guys might have, or that maybe some of you have individually messaged me, and I just wanted to get them out of the way because I think it's really important to know on your challenge and get it out of the way during the first week. So congratulations to all of you. You're doing amazing. Keep up with your check-ins, logging your Shakeology. We'll touch a little bit on Shakeology too in this video. And keep logging your workouts and posting your sweaty fit pics in the My Challenge Tracker app. I know that that's been helping me, and I feel just accomplished every time that I check in and knowing that I'm being consistent. So I'm really enjoying this challenge. I hope you are too. I feel like my body's already super different. If you don't feel that way yet, that's fine. I was already eating pretty healthy. So my body I have the body type I have adapts really quickly if I am eating within the containers and I'm being honest with myself and I'm like pushing and challenging myself in my workouts. So I wanted to go over free foods, nutrition labels, and treats. Okay, so free foods. There's a lot of free foods that can spice up your normal day-to-day eating within the 21-day fix that will make it more enjoyable for you. And so I would get to know all of these things and incorporate them in your kitchen and just have these items become staples. So for me, that's things like salsa is free. I try to buy everything local and organic, right? That's going to be the best option. Mustard is a free food. Mustard is good on your protein, on chicken. You can even make a vinaigrette out of it. There's a recipe for that I will post below this video. Apple cider vinegar is an amazing dressing. I use that on my salads because I'm lazy and I honestly don't make any of the dressings from the recipes just because I'm lazy and I just want to throw something on top of it that I can just grab out of my pantry. A line of salt-free seasonings. I think it's called Mrs. Dash, I think. So there's all kinds of different things from like herbs and garlic and even mojito, like Mexican Tex-Mex flavors. There's tons of stuff in that line that I really enjoy. So these are all free foods. You can do teas that are unsweetened, that don't have sugar or any chemicals, that are it's just plain tea. So that I'm probably missing some free foods. So if you have some free foods that you've been using, for me, I do like my espresso. With this challenge, I haven't been doing any syrup. So normally I would do like a sugar-free vanilla latte. But the coffee shop that I go to, their almond milk has sugar in it. So make sure you know that what you're eating, especially if you're eating out, ask to see the ingredient list, because a lot of things that should be healthy or are marketed as healthy foods have added stuff in them. So there's very few almond milk that doesn't have any like natural flavors or carcinogens, things like that in it. So you might want to look into making your own. If you live in a bigger city, you can go to Whole Foods and find some almond milk that's organic and doesn't have any of these added chemicals, which are going to prevent you from getting the results that you want. So that's why it's important to always check it and not assume that it is approved without digging a little bit further. Nothing is ever as good as it seems. That's why you have to read the labels, because food companies try to trick us into thinking that their product is healthy or organic or GMO free. So yeah, just be wary of that. Get to know how to read your nutrition labels. And like a lot of products will even use the word superfoods on it or GMO free. Like I said, they'll have the organic label. But on this challenge, at least for the 21-day fix, or at least for our challenge group, we are not eating products, if you've noticed. This is the meal plan that we're following that goes along with your workout program is a clean one. So even if it seems healthy, like healthier than you're used to, for example, today I saw at my work on the desk in our office, there were these maca superfood cookies, and there was an organic label and a GMO free label, and it looked really healthy, but I didn't even have to look at the label to know that there's probably cane sugar in it. Regardless if it's like all natural stuff, that's not on the list of approved foods, okay? It's a processed food. So even Kind bars, protein bars, you'll notice those things aren't on the 21-day fix. After you do this challenge with me and you want to participate in April's challenge, if you want to incorporate some of those food products or food-like products in there, fine, see how your body reacts. Of course, I think Kind bars are okay in moderation, just like everything. But really the only product that you should be having during this challenge, including beverages and drinks, is Shakeology, because we know what's in it. It's not certified organic by the USDA. It's not FDA approved, which basically means that the nasty big corporate food companies don't have their fingers in it, and it's not involved in like the food politics. So a lot of the times going out of your way to get something certified organic doesn't mean anything these days, and hopefully you guys know that by now when you're shopping for products, that even if something says organic, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is organic, unfortunately. Just because the people that fund these studies to certify them through the FDA are companies who are being paid or are in business with whatever food company. So it's just like, it's not like a third party person that's doing the research and certifying these tests. So I actually have learned that it's better to eat as close to home as possible, as local as you can. If you have a farmer's market, that's your best bet rather than organic. Local is actually better for you. So enough on the organic topic. Let's see what else. Free foods. So treats. So hopefully you read your treat section of your book. There are treats that are allowed during the 21-day fix. If you feel like you need to, if you are eating all of your containers, you shouldn't feel like you need anything or that you have any sugar cravings, because all of your macro and micronutrients are being met with Shakeology and your other clean foods, because we're hitting every single group. But if you want to, if you have a birthday coming up, I know Amy's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday. And she texted me asking if she could have a piece of cake. That's not on the plan, of course, but it's her birthday. So if something like that happens, or you're going out with friends and you're going to have a glass of wine, just make sure you do what the booklet follows. And that's to substitute it for one of your yellows per day. If it's like a piece of cake, then maybe do it for all of your yellows. That's up to you and how you feel. But if you're going to cheat, it can only be twice a week with either dark chocolate or wine. So those are the two treats that are allowed. I mean, to me, we get chocolate every day with Shakeology, so I'm not planning on having any treats, but maybe in April, for the longevity and being able to sustain this, that might be something that you want to look into incorporating every single week, just for a little wiggle room after you get closer to your goal or reach your goal. So yeah, and then another thing, the last thing I want to leave you with is I just want to talk about Shakeology really quick. If you notice, if you're bloating or anything like that, it could be just because your body, so like I was saying, a sudden increase in fiber, and Shakeology does have a lot of natural superfoods and fruits and veggies in it. So that's a lot of fiber and micronutrients your body might not be used to, and your gut might not be your gut may not be used to. So I would maybe switch to like doing half a scoop, making sure your water intake is on point, and then of course keep a food journal, because a lot of the times you might be eating something new or not eating something that you were. that could be affecting it, and it might not be Shakeology. So if you're experiencing any of those types of symptoms, keep a food log so that way we can look at it week to week and assess it and just make sure you're feeling good. But we need to be able to pinpoint it, and a lot of the times it's something else, some kind of other food that you're eating, especially since we're cutting out processed foods and sugars. You might be intolerant to something that is healthy that you didn't recognize before because you we're constantly feeding yourself like different toxins, so it's kind of masking those symptoms, and now they're coming to the surface. So and then about Shakeology, because it gently detoxes you every single day, and it contains every micronutrient that you need on a day-to-day basis, which our American food system is lacking quite a bit. Our soil in North America is actually 80% nutrient deficient. So even our organic food, unfortunately, has about, I think it's about half or even more than that of the nutrients that it used to have 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, which is the same reason why people have celiac and intolerance to gluten and wheat. So Shakeology really does fill the gap. And I just want you to think about it long term. It really is not that expensive. So don't ever let yourself say that it is, because you guys, there's so many things that I spend $4 on randomly here and there, whether it's chapstick or like buying a drink or a kombucha or coffee or going out to eat at, wherever. Like $4 is not that much on a day-to-day basis. So just think about your spending habits a little bit. If $130 extra a month isn't something that you think you can do, I just challenge you before this comes to an end that you look at what you spend your money on every day and see where maybe you can deprive yourself of certain things, whether it's like a latte. That's my big thing, is latte drinks. Or kombucha. I'm obsessed with kombucha. Just like look at those different things that you can deprive yourself of and cut yourself off of to put aside the money for the month to be able to afford Shakeology, or get rid of stuff, or ask for a couple extra hours at work, like whatever you have to do. To me, it's easier to just break it down and change your mindset about it, that it's only $4 and some change a day, which is not expensive at all. A little bit more than a gallon of gasoline, right? So maybe ride your bike to work one day. I don't know. Get creative. I know that when I started drinking it 4 years ago, it just became a non-negotiable for my body because there's so many things, like, I don't know why I was laughing, but there's so many things that you can, that like, we don't think about these things, but when we're older, there's so many like expensive medical bills and doctor visits and that come along with health. And if you think you're invincible and those things aren't going to happen to you, statistically, it's just very, very likely. So to me, the way that I justify spending money on it is that I'm not going to have those medical costs by investing in Shakeology every month for myself. I'm really taking care of my health, building my immunity, protecting myself from disease, because as you guys know, a healthy body and a healthy immune system, as well as a body that's not inflamed, disease can't live in a body that's not inflamed. So that being said, I want you to think about long-term sticking on Shakeology. No matter what has been going on in my life or my journey, it's always been something that I made sure I never skipped. And yeah, I can't say enough about it. I didn't become a coach because I wanted to sell things or sell Shakeology. I signed up because I fell in love with Shakeology and what was inside of it and what I knew I was committing for myself. And I just wanted to get the discount on it since it's only $100 if I sign up as a coach. So I was like, fine, I'll do it. And I've been drinking it every day for the last 4 years. So I just wanted to plant that seed now so you guys can start saving for it and really think about this journey as a long-term investment you're making in yourself to not only live longer and feel better, but not have so many health costs when you're older from diseases and things like that. So I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and I will see you soon.